Welcome to Ecosystem Piano Teacher. This short video is looking at the rhythms on the E373. This is the first of three videos. And this first video is focusing mostly on 3/4 time. There will be a few references to 6/8 time and 12/8 time as well. Occasionally you'll come across a song that is in 3/4 time in the pop world. It's more frequent in folk music and classical music. And you'll find such a song just irresistible, and you've got to give it a go. So this video will help you select a style on the Yamaha E373 to get you up and running with it. Hope you enjoy. A brief bit of research of 25 Coldplay songs, 40 Ed Sheeran and 21 Adele songs produced the following. Coldplay, none in 3/4 but one in 6/8, Cemeteries, one in 12/8, Shiver. As time signatures go, 6/8 and 12/8 are very similar, and sometimes, occasionally, a 3/4 time rhythm will be suitable. Ed Sheeran, a couple in 3/4 time, Dive, and also Make It Rain. I'll come back to Dive a little later in this video. Also 3 songs in 6/8 time, Give Me Love, Perfect, and Tenerife Sea. Adele has one, First Love in 3/4, and a couple in 6/8, which are Crazy For You and One and Only. Her rather funky song from 2007 called My Same is written in 12/8. These are not exhaustive statistics about Coldplay, Ed Sheeran or Adele. It's just a sample of some of their songs. However, if you step outside pop and rock into classical and folk, you will find a higher percentage of 3/4 time songs. For example, there's the English folk song Scarborough Fair, or the traditional Scottish melody Farewell to Lochaber, which is used by Trinity College for Grade 3 keyboard exams 2019 to 2022. One rather puzzling aspect of the E373 is the way the cursor behaves. That's the flashing chevrons there. So as you can see, this is 138 Igbo High Life. So the flashing cursor there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now if we compare this with 196, look at the way the cursor's behaving there. It's more like 12/8 time actually. This is the one which would suit the Blue Danube waltz actually. Here is another tune which will fit 196 Learn 6/8. It's Barcarolle by Offenbach from his operetta Tales of Hoffmann. Here is the same piece, Offenbach's Barcarolle, but this time I'm going to use style 168 English Waltz, which comes from the ballroom section of styles. So hopefully what you can see with that little experiment with Offenbach is that certain pieces can use a 6/8 rhythm, but they work perfectly well with a 3/4 rhythm. Likewise, even though Offenbach's music was actually written in 6/8 time, the 3/4 English waltz worked with it perfectly fine. This is style 167 Vienne Waltz, which of course is an abbreviation for Viennese Waltz, and I'm giving you a short version here of Johann Strauss Die Fledermaus. I'm putting on sync start, and the tempo I've got it at is 150. Now, before you think my right hand was being particularly clever there, I was actually adding the harmony arpeggio function button directly above the function button. Now, see, I've got it activated, but it's not responding. It only responds when you add the left hand in the ACMP mode. See, it's not actually coming in there, even when I activate the style rhythms. See, it kicked in there as soon as the left hand started adding chords with the ACMP on. This style is a 186 Xmas, which of course is short for Christmas. Now, you may not associate waltzes with Christmas, but it works really well with Silent Night. So I'm going to activate Sync Start and the harmony arpeggio button as well. D minor, G, back to C, C7, F, C chord, and so on. Okay, the next style that I would like to demonstrate is 187 ItalianWaltz, and this is one of those waltzes styles where the beat is subdivided into three. It happens with 6/8 time. It really happens with swing time, so you might not expect that on a waltz, but this is indeed the case. When you hear the accompaniment going with the left hand, you'll realise that the beat is subdivided into three. So actually it suits 9/8 time, which is the time signature of Stephen Foster's beautiful melody called Beautiful Dreamer. And the voice I'm going to use for this is 131 flute. So here we go. Also, you'll need to alter the tempo because it's a bit fast at default speed, 175, so I've taken it down to 62. The next style I'm going to demonstrate in 3/4 time is 188 Swing Waltz, and the song I'm going to use to demonstrate it is Dive by Ed Sheeran. I said I would return to this. Now, the original by Ed is incredibly chilled, so the way this is going to work just now is a little bit unconventional, but it's going to demonstrate how, although it's a waltz, again it's a waltz in 3/4 time, but the beat is subdivided into three, because if you listen carefully to the way Ed Sheeran does this, he actually works with a beat subdivided into three. Now, I've taken the tempo up to 130, which is roughly, I think, what Ed uses. Now, I'm not going to use the ACMP, I'm going to just do it as a straight piano piece. I think that's a little bit more appropriate than what would otherwise happen. Next style I'm going to demonstrate is 189 Jazz Waltz. So there's a bit of a swing here, and the piece I'm going to use to demonstrate it is My Favourite Things, which comes from Sound of Music. This particular version is one by Kember, who's an Associated Board Examiner. I'm not going to activate ACMP, it's the original is a piano solo. I'm going to demonstrate how that style works perfectly well, of course, with a piano solo. Here we go, and I've taken the tempo down to 100. Okay. next style I'm going to show is 190 Mexican Waltz. Okay, now the default tempo is a bit fast for what I'm going to use here. I'm going to use the famous tune from Verdi's opera Rigoletto, and this tune is La Donna Immobile. This time I will use the ACMP, and the tempo I'm going to take down to 130. This style is 191 Country Waltz. It's got a little bit of a swing to it. It's not quite straight. So the piece I'm going to use for this is Somewhere My Love, which is from the famous film Dr. Zhivago. I'm going to activate ACMP. The tempo I'm going to use with this is 132. I actually had to go into function to function 037 style volume. I just had to lower the style volume just that little bit. I thought it was dominating slightly. So here we go, Somewhere My Love. Okay, the next style is 192 Oberwaltz, which the full title in the manual is OberkrainerWalzer. And this is the sort of style you would get for something in the south of Germany, around about Munich, perhaps a beer festival. The piece I'm going to use here is not an original Ländler, it's actually one written by Marjorie Hellier for her wonderful book of piano duets called Two's Company, published by Novellos. This is number 5, Ländler. I've had to take the tempo down slightly to 135, which I think is just right, and I am using ACMP for the left hand chords. So that's the end of the first video looking at the rhythms on the Yamaha e373. If there's any rhythms you would like me to comment on in particular, then please do put a comment on alongside this video. And I hope you have enjoyed what I've put here on YouTube. Okay, thanks for watching.